What if everything you were taught about God was only half the story? What if the truth has been hiding in plain sight this whole time? And what if discovering it could change your life forever? Today we are diving into the mysteries revealed by Edgar Cayce. He was called the sleeping prophet because he gave readings while in a trance. But what he said about God shocked many people. It was not the angry old man in the sky image most people grew up with. It was not a God who sits far away waiting to punish you. It was not a God who loves some and hates others. It was something much deeper and much closer. Cayce said, God is spirit. He said God is the creative force behind all life. He said God is present everywhere at all times. That means God is not limited to a building or a religion. God is not confined to Sunday services. God is not controlled by any denomination. Cayce taught that God lives within you. Let that sink in for a moment. If God is within you, then you are never alone. If God is within you, then you are never abandoned. This idea can be scary because it makes you responsible. You can no longer blame life for everything. You can no longer say God is against you. Cayce said God is love in action, not just emotion, but action. He said, when you show kindness, you express God. When you forgive, you express God. When you create, you express God. This changes everything about how you live. It means your daily choices matter. It means your thoughts matter. Cayce believed thoughts are creative forces. He said, mind builds reality. This is practical because it means your attitude shapes your life. If you constantly think fear, you attract fearful experiences. If you think hope, you attract new possibilities. This is not magic, but spiritual law. Cayce connected God to universal laws. Just like gravity works whether you believe it or not, spiritual law works whether you believe it or not. God is not moody or random. God operates through order. This should give you peace. You are not in a chaotic universe. You are in a purposeful one. Cayce also spoke about the soul. He said the soul is your true self. Your body is temporary. Your soul is eternal. This idea removes fear of death. It says life continues. It says you are more than flesh. Cayce even spoke about reincarnation. He said the soul learns through many experiences. This explains why life can feel unfair. Some lessons are older than this lifetime. But do not panic. This is not about punishment. It is about growth. God is not keeping score like a strict teacher. God is guiding like a loving parent. Cayce said prayer is alignment. Prayer is not begging. Prayer is tuning yourself to God, like a radio tuning into a station. When you align your heart, you hear clearly. When you live selfishly, the signal gets weak. This is practical. It means you can improve your connection daily through meditation, through kindness, through honest self-reflection. Cayce never said religion was bad. He said religion should help you grow. He respected the teachings of Jesus Christ, but he said Christ is a consciousness, a state of being, not just a historical event. He said you can develop Christ consciousness. This means living with compassion and courage. This means serving others. This means mastering your lower impulses. This is where it gets real. God is not here to control you. God gives you free will. Free will is a gift and a test. You choose your path. You choose love or fear. You choose growth or stagnation. Cayce said your soul records everything, not in a book of judgment, but in your own consciousness. You become what you practice. If you practice anger, you become angry. If you practice gratitude, you become peaceful. This is how God works through law, not through threats. Cayce also spoke about healing. He said the body responds to the mind. He said spiritual imbalance can show up as illness. This does not mean blame, it means power. You have the power to participate in your healing by changing thoughts, by changing habits, by changing attitude. God is the life force that flows through you. When you resist it, you feel disconnected. When you flow with it, you feel alive. Cayce said service is the highest expression of God. When you help others, you help yourself. When you lift others, you rise. This is not weakness, this is spiritual strength. Many people fear God. Cayce said, respect God, but do not fear like a slave. Fear creates distance. Love creates unity. God is not trying to trap you. God is trying to transform you. This transformation takes time. It takes patience. It takes honesty. You must look at your shadow. You must face your mistakes, but you are never doing it alone. Cayce said, God knows your struggles. God knows your heart. And God responds to sincere efforts, not perfection, effort. This message is hopeful. You do not need to be perfect to be loved. You do not need to be rich to be blessed. You do not need a title to be important. You are a soul having a human experience, and God is the source of that soul. When you understand this, you walk differently. You speak differently. You treat people differently. You stop seeking approval. You start seeking alignment. Cayce reminded people that truth is universal. It can be found in many traditions, but it must be lived, not just believed. This is where many fail. They hear, but do not apply. They know, but do not practice. God becomes real through action, not argument, not debate, but action. Imagine a world where people lived this way. Imagine a world where people saw God in each other. Imagine the healing. Imagine the unity. This is not fantasy. It starts with you, right now, right where you are. You do not need permission. You do not need a certificate. You need willingness. You need courage. You need love. And you have all three inside you. This is the message Cayce tried to share. God is not what you were taught. God is greater. God is closer. God is within. And that should fill you with both awe and responsibility. Because if God is within you, then your life matters more than you think. Your choices echo into eternity. Your kindness changes destinies. Your growth inspires others. Do not waste that power. Do not shrink from that truth. Embrace it. Live it. Breathe it. Do not click away yet, because this next part might shake you even more. Cayce said that many people search for God outside while ignoring the temple within. He taught that your body is a living temple of the divine. That means how you treat yourself is a spiritual act. When you abuse your body, you dishonor the life force. When you respect your body, you honor God. This makes health a spiritual responsibility. It is not just about looking good, it is about vibrating clearly. Cayce also warned about spiritual laziness. He said knowledge without application becomes burden. The more you know, the more responsible you become. That can feel heavy, but it is also empowering. You are not a victim of random fate. You are a co-creator with the divine. Let that word sink in. Co-creator. Cayce believed God created humans to participate in creation. Your ideas matter. Your dreams matter. Your vision matters. When you create something beautiful, you mirror the Creator. When you destroy without cause, you move out of alignment. This is not about guilt. It is about awareness. Awareness changes everything. Cayce said the real battle is not outside. It is within your own mind. Fear versus faith, anger versus compassion, ego versus service. Every day, you choose a side, and every choice builds your destiny. This is why self-control is power. This is why discipline is freedom. This is why love is strength. Cayce also spoke about intuition. He said God speaks through the quiet voice within, but most people are too noisy to hear it. They distract themselves with drama. They drown in negativity. They ignore the inner whisper. If you want to know God more clearly, you must create silence. Silence is not empty. Silence is full of answers. He also taught that karma is not revenge, it is balance. What you send out returns, not to punish you, but to teach you. This can be uncomfortable, but it is always fair. Life is a classroom. Every experience is a lesson, and God is the teacher who never gives up on you. Cayce reminded people that love is the highest law, above religion, above tradition, above culture. Love is the final measurement. How much did you care? How much did you give? How much did you grow? That is the real test. And the beautiful part is this: you can start right now. If this message touched you, then you are ready. Ready to see God differently. Ready to see yourself differently. Ready to live with purpose. Thank you for staying with me through this deep journey. If this opened your mind even a little, then hit the like button. Share this video with someone who needs a new perspective. Drop a comment and tell me what part hit you the most. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel for more truth that challenges and empowers you. We are just getting started. Stay curious, stay courageous, and remember, the divine is closer than your next breath.